Do you wonder if you've made it to the upper middle class? This socioeconomic group sits comfortably between the middle class and the ultra-wealthy, enjoying a lifestyle marked by financial stability, access to opportunities, and a blending of work, leisure, and social status. The upper middle class has emerged as an increasingly influential segment of society, with its size and economic clout expanding significantly. According to a report titled The Growing Size and Incomes of the Upper Middle Class, the proportion of Americans belonging to the upper middle class has more than doubled in recent decades. This growth has been fueled by factors such as higher educational attainment, the rise of dual-income households, and the increasing prevalence of high-paying professional careers. So, how can you tell if you're part of this group? Here are 20 telltale signs that may just mean you're living that upper middle-class life, your experience being closer than you think. Do any surprise you? Did we miss any? 1. High household income. One giveaway sign is a substantial household income. According to the Urban Institute, an annual income ranging from $100,000 to $300,000 puts you squarely in the upper middle-class camp, though this can vary by location. In some major metropolitan areas, even higher incomes may be necessary to achieve the same standard of living. With that kind of paycheck, you've got enough to cover needs and still have plenty left over. Upper middle-class families can afford those luxuries, fancy vacations, designer clothes, and all the good stuff, without compromising their long-term financial stability. 2. Significant net worth. It's not just about the paycheck. The upper middle class has accumulated some serious net worth over time. We're talking diversified investment portfolios, valuable properties, assets like that. More than just income, it's established wealth. In many cases, this wealth wasn't built from scratch either. The upper middle class often benefits from generational wealth passed down over the years. They understand the power of strategic financial planning and long-term thinking. 3. Higher education pedigree. You'll notice a common theme of academic achievement. The upper middle class highly values advanced degrees such as MBAs, PhDs, and the like. Those qualifications help land high-earning jobs and careers. It's not just about any old degree. There's a preference for prestigious universities and colleges among this group. Graduating from a brand-name school brings status along with superior education. Yes, I said brand. Colleges are brands now. 4. High-status professions. Speaking of careers, the upper middle class gravitates toward white-collar, high-status professions. Lawyers, doctors, executives, engineers, financial services professionals, professors, architects, etc. Upper middle-class workers tend to feel defined by what they do for a living. Interestingly, according to my favorite book, The Millionaire Next Door, the level above upper middle class tends to be people that operate businesses in fields such as plumbing, construction, auto repair, or manufacturing. These industries typically classified as blue-collar. The key message from The Millionaire Next Door is that many wealthy individuals accumulate significant wealth by living modestly and choosing lucrative, in-demand blue-collar jobs or small businesses, which often face less competition. This contrasts with upper middle-class professions, which typically require high education and yield high incomes and prestige, but not necessarily equivalent wealth due to higher living costs and lifestyle demands. 5. Homeownership and real estate. Housing is a major asset for the upper middle class. Single-family homes in desirable neighborhoods and fancy condos, this group owns some prime real estate as their primary residence. The upper middle class also loves to invest in additional properties for income or long-term wealth growth. It diversifies their assets while providing revenue streams. Real estate investment is often seen as a relatively stable and tangible way to build generational wealth and create passive income streams. 6. Frequent travel. Part of the upper middle class lifestyle is getting to travel frequently, both around the country and internationally. From exotic locales to cultural capitals, this group has the means to go and explore. And when they travel, they do it in style. We're talking high-end hotels, luxury resorts, and experiential travel. The upper middle class expects comfort and refinement when traveling. They view vacations as opportunities to indulge in luxury and create lasting memories, rather than simply as a means of getting away from it all. 7. Strong social connections. The upper middle class social circle is full of influence and connections. They surround themselves with networks that can open unique doors of business opportunities and elite events. This tier also gives access to prestigious clubs, organizations, and societies. Using their connections to gain valuable insights, share ideas, and form partnerships that can help them progress. 8. Cultural engagement. You'll find the upper middle class appreciating and participating in cultural activities and arts. Theater, music, fine art, they engage with it all, attending exhibitions and performances. The upper middle class values intellectual discourse and continued learning. Expect them at lecture circuits, literary events, enriching their minds. They often view education and cultural engagement as means of separating themselves from the masses and reinforcing their social standing. 9. Philanthropic involvement. Being charitable is a big part of the upper middle class identity. This group donates money to various causes they care about through charitable giving and fundraising efforts. The upper middle class also gives back through hands-on volunteering in their communities. Dedicating their time and effort is equally important. Many are motivated by a desire to pay it forward and create a better world for future generations. Giving back is seen as both a privilege and a responsibility that comes with their fortunate socio-economic position. 10. Stable family dynamics. Family life for the upper middle class looks a lot like the traditional nuclear structure, a couple with kids. It creates a stable, nurturing home environment to raise children. Even with busy lives, the upper middle class prioritizes quality family time. We're talking about real bonding during vacations, shared hobbies and activities, making lasting memories. Family dynamics in the upper middle class are often influenced by the desire to provide kids with the same stable upbringing they themselves experienced growing up. Continuing a long-standing family legacy is important. 11. Emphasis on education. The importance of education starts young for upper middle class families. They invest heavily to ensure their kids get into the best schools, be it prestigious private or top-ranked public institutions. Education is seen as a pathway to success and social mobility, and they are willing to spare no expense to give their children a competitive edge. The upper middle class enrolls kids in all sorts of extracurriculars too, sports, arts, music programs. Their aim is nurturing well-rounded development. 12. Access to quality healthcare. Top-notch healthcare is a given for the upper middle class. They have high-quality, comprehensive insurance plans covering a wide range of medical services and treatments. This group is proactive about health, staying on top of checkups, screenings, and preventative care. Taking a holistic approach to wellness is the norm. They understand that investing in their health today can pay dividends in the form of longevity and quality of life down the road. 13. Wellness and fitness pursuits. Speaking of wellness, the upper middle class walks the talk when it comes to healthy living. They're willing to pay for things like gym memberships, personal trainers, and boutique fitness classes. Their lifestyle prioritizes nutrition too. Organic, locally sourced foods and sustainable choices are big for the upper middle class when it comes to their diet. They view healthy eating as an investment in their well-being and a way to align their consumption habits with their values. 14. Dual income households. It's common for both partners to be highly educated professionals in upper-middle-class marriages. With two substantial incomes, these households have serious purchasing power and financial stability. Beyond just money, these career-oriented duos often share overarching values, aspirations, and social standing. Their lifestyles and long-term goals are aligned through this partnership. 15. Family legacy and traditions. Upper-middle-class families frequently come from long-standing success and generational wealth. This deeply rooted legacy shapes their values, what they aspire to, a sense of societal rank. Alongside the material wealth are established family traditions, cultural, social, or personal. These customs are faithfully preserved and cherished from one generation to the next. 16. Environmentally conscious living. Environmental and social consciousness is increasingly a priority for the upper middle class. This shows up in embracing sustainable practices to reduce their carbon footprint. It's not just about being eco-friendly, but also about projecting an image of social responsibility and awareness. It also means greener investments. The upper middle class supports eco-friendly businesses, renewable energy projects, and conservation efforts as a reflection of their values. 17. Appreciation for luxury goods. Make no mistake, the upper middle class enjoys the finer things in life. But their approach leans toward quality over quantity when it comes to luxury items. They view luxury goods not just as indulgences, but also as investments and status symbols. They appreciate craftsmanship, exclusivity, and premium goods and services. Cost is less of a deciding factor than the combination of quality, taste, and status a luxury item conveys. 18. Retirement planning. In terms of finances, the upper middle class takes retirement planning very seriously from an early stage. The goal is achieving complete financial independence and security. For many, this diligent planning allows them to retire earlier than typical. They aim to reach that finish line well before conventional retirement age by managing resources carefully. Early retirement is seen as a badge of honor and a sign that they have truly made it financially. 19. Intergenerational support. The upper middle class also thinks about providing for future generations, not just their own retirement. Asset protection and wealth transfers are planned to benefit kids and grandkids. Vehicles like trusts, investment accounts, and education funds allow this group's legacy of prosperity to have a lasting impact across multiple generations of their family. 20. Work-life balance. Despite being career-driven, the upper middle class strives for work-life balance in a way that makes sense. Quality family time and personal interests are actively prioritized. Many take advantage of flexible schedules, remote work options, and family leave policies to achieve this harmonious integration. The goal is avoiding burnout while still pursuing professional ambitions. So there you have it, the 20 telltale signs that point to living that upper middle class dream life. While the details may vary from family to family, the overall picture is one of comfort, opportunity, and cultivating the finer things in life. It's a social circle where work-life balance gets more than just lip service. And giving back is essentially a requirement. Of course, no one's experience will perfectly check every single box. That's what makes things interesting. Under this upper middle-class circle, there's room for diverse backgrounds, perspectives, and privilege levels. At the end of the day, it comes down to having the resources and mindset to make the most of your journey. Appreciating where you came from while continuously aspiring for more, professionally, personally, and for your family.